Hey, it's Tuesday night and it's time for Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're here at Days Chevrolet. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing the pizza for the players and our coach. Tonight we want to thank Pepsi for providing drinks. We appreciate them very much. Again, we're down here at Days Chevrolet. We want to tell them how much we appreciate this set and being able to sit up here and bring you this show. I'm here with my co-host, RJ Casey. Also, I'm here with head coach Chris Parker of the Dragons. Strength coach Adam Wharton. I'm here with also linebacker Kyle West and linebacker Dylan Eilers. Dragons are 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in 7 Quad A region. Starting out, we're going to talk about that. They won 17-10 over Ridgeland this past week. They're going to travel over to Northwest Whitfield on the road again, another road game. This coming Friday night. I'm your host, BKP, and let's get started again. Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. Coach, guys, thanks for being here. Let me get straight to these guys, if you don't mind, Coach, because
I talk every week.
Right. But guys, a defensive game, and on the year, you're only averaging giving up on defense about 14 points a game, right? That's the average is around 14 and a half points. Talk a little bit about the defense. Kyle West, let me give some stats here. Kyle West, 16 tackles, 12 solos, 4 assists. And Dylan Eilers here, 18 tackles, 6 solos, and 12 assists. Talk about your defensive crew there because defense can win ball games, and it's up there. Talk about it a little bit.
Well, we put a lot of work in the summer. We went to the camps, wanted to make sure we got everything right. We watched film and stuff, just trying to get our defense right for the week.
Tell us a little bit here, the second half. Talk about this second half. You guys go in, and I'll tell you what, I'm on the sideline, Team FYN Sports. We have guys on the sideline all over the place, and people are coming up to me at the sideline, what's going on in the Pickens game? And I said, well, it's halftime, it's 17-10. They come back and said, what's going on? I said, 17-10. Tell us a little bit about that second half, coming out that second half. Come on, guys.
All right, we needed a stop. We needed to get the ball back to the offense, let them do their thing, and that's just what we did. We had some good coaching, good plays. We stepped it up second half, didn't let them score, had a goal line stop. Just all the work we put in, we just executed well in the second half, and, well, that was cool.
Well, guys, you don't go into region play and you don't go 4-0 without things working and it's showing up. Your preseason workouts and everything is showing up. You just don't go with 14 points allowed. You're the strength coach. Talk a little bit about, first of all, for maybe somebody out there that's not 100% on what you do with these guys, getting them ready from week to week and preseason.
Oh, it's the guys put in a lot of time, and we pretty much start, in my mind, shortly after the season ends of that last game, to try to get some work in going into Christmas, and then we hit it full speed ahead in January when we come back. It's 4 days a week, and 4 days a week through the summer too, and the guys do a real good job of showing up all the time, put in the work, and we try not to make it easy on them, and they can tell you that, and I'm hard on them. I expect a lot, and that's just because we expect to win. It's not let's show up and hope we win. We expect to win, and so that's why we expect a lot out of them in the off season to put in the work, and the guys have done a good job with that. And right now through the season, we're kind of in an in-season phase of lifting, but it doesn't mean it's a cakewalk either, because if we back off, down the road, that could catch up to us down the stretch. So a lot of it, I give all the credit to the kids, because they're the ones that put the work in. I'm just in there demanding the effort. Coach tells them all the time there's 2 things they control. That's their effort and their attitude, and so far it's been pretty good.
Coach Parker, besides telling me they're well coached, okay. Besides telling me Ridgeland's well coached, What did you see the other night? Because I'll tell you, their defense, you were not getting the third down conversions. According to stats, you weren't getting the. Was this as strong a defensive game that I'm looking at on the board that the score shows?
Yeah, definitely. We knew they'd be well coached. Coach Tankerley always has well coached against us, and they got some good players at Ridgeland. It's a players' game. The players did a good job at Ridgeland. The game. Every game's different in terms of what we want to call, and from an offensive standpoint, our job is to try to win the game, and we really genuinely don't care if it's 3-0 or 52-50. We really don't care. We just want to win. And it was obvious that the defense playing well. Actually, touchdown we gave up was an interception, a tip ball that Ridgeland intercepted and ran back, and we drove down the field and had the ball deep in their end and got a tip pass, and they ran it back for a touchdown. So defense actually only gave up 3 points, and really proud of those guys. So I thought, from a standpoint of were we going to do anything on offense to, maybe jeopardize that, or some games you feel like you got to be a little more conservative than others, and it did feel like it was one of those games. But also Ridgeland stopped us. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They did a good job. We were definitely trying to get first downs on those third downs, but we were not going to, in a situation where your defense playing that well, you don't want to maybe take a gamble and get sacked or get a strip sack or a fumble or throw an interception or something. It's easier just to maybe make a more conservative call, try to get first down, and if you don't, just punt it and play defense. And then, of course, y'all seen this enough. There's other games where we'll go for it every time on fourth down. So, we just try to take it on what we think we need for that week. And it did seem that both teams' defenses played really well Friday, I thought. And, one play from having a tied ball game. They had the ball 4th and goal on the 1. Real close play, bang, bang. We got to stop. That could have tied the game. If the game was tied at that point, there's a couple minutes left, we would have gone into attack mode of trying to go for the win. And things might would have changed. But I was happy with both sides of the ball. We had the ball the whole first half on offense. We only ran like 10 plays of defense in the first half.
Right,
and then we only ran like 10 plays offense in the second half. Yeah. It was just a total flip of the script. And so, it did have a lot to do with their familiarity with us, Coach Tankersley. And then of course they got some good players. They got, Ridgeland will be tough to play for a lot of people in this region. We just caught them on a nice day for where it worked out for us.
Well, when it comes down to the defense, and RJ, get your question ready here. You got one ready. When it comes down to the defense, actually what we're seeing here on the 17-10 scoreboard, 7 points of those is a tip pass that got run back in.
Yeah.
So your defense only actually gave up 3 on the night. Yeah. So you guys didn't let anybody in the end zone, right? You're not getting in here, right? Okay. All right.
Sorry.
RJ, come on. You always bring pull out of that pocket some of those questions you got for Coach.
Offense started off pretty hot last week with Caleb with the long return and then getting in the end zone a couple plays after that. And then the forced fumble and fumble recovery on Ridgeland's first possession. And then you had the interception go back. But to talk about how the offense started and then going out through the game, and then how defense was pretty much the game saver for you.
Yeah, we made 3 stops in the fourth quarter. Very proud of the defensive players. But really proud of everybody. I think one thing that's way overrated in football is the compartmentalization of offense, defense, special teams. All those things work well together. And, we had a couple years ago, maybe our offense was probably a little ahead of our defense, so you get a little credit and defense get a little blame and all that stuff. But that wasn't true either. The reality is the game complements each other. We run certain things on defense knowing our offense was really good, or vice versa. We may run certain things on offense knowing our defense is really good. When we return kicks well, that helps that helps them. We have net punt. Our net punt has been really good. No one's returned punts for the most part, and we've gotten several returns. So, that stuff is what wins and loses the game. It's hard to say, the offense did this good and this bad. The defense did this good and this bad. But, it all works together, and the game is very much flowed. And then we sit back and watch it on Saturday, or nowadays on Friday evening. And you can say, okay, these 10 things were bad, these 10 things were good, But as the game is going on, you're just trying to execute. So I thought the kicking game was complementary to the offense and defense. I thought the offense was complementary to what we needed for that game, that we started trying to throw the ball and trying to attack, maybe some areas quicker and get ahead. And then, of course, throwing an interception for a touchdown changes how, you want to play the game. We did not in any circumstance want to throw two touchdowns or interceptions for touchdowns and be tied 17-17, and then we didn't give up a touchdown on defense all night. But then other games, offense playing well, we just try to put the foot on the gas and try to score 52 points if we think we can. So it's hard for people to understand that, but the scoreboard does not always dictate what we feel like the performance was. And I felt like all three phases, there was room for improvement, but there was also some very positive things we can move forward with.
Coach, before we go to our first break, let me run through a couple things. The Dragons rushed the other night for 180 yards. They passed for 16 yards. Avery Luke had one interception. Zach Herman had a forced fumble, and Colton Norton had the fumble recovery on the night. Coach, 16 yards in the air. I guess the bottom line is the W is on the board, 17-10. What are you working on this week that you seen the other night? What exactly are you working on that you seen the other night to get some more yards in the air?
No, we're just working the same stuff we always do. I mean, it's not that we don't worry about stuff like that. I mean, we really don't. If we lose, then I guess it matters. But if we win, it definitely doesn't matter.
Come home with the W. Get ready for next week.
Yeah, and the plays are the same. The number of plays. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm using.
No, I understand what you're saying.
But what I'm saying earlier with as you play the game based on what you think is going to win this game. If we thought we had to throw it 50 times, we'd throw it 50 times.
It's not hard to get over my head, man. It's not hard. It's not.
But I think that the key is whatever the stuff that we can execute positively in practice, we still can. It's not different. Some of that stuff hasn't shown up as much in the games, and some of it's just been the way the games have flowed. And if we're moving the ball, we're not gonna, or if we're playing defense, we're just gonna do what we've done. I think this team in general is a little bigger team, a little more physical team than what we've had the last couple of years. And I think it is important the defense is good. I think it's important the kicking game's good. It's important we run the ball. It's more important that we do those things than it maybe ever has been. And so, of course we want to throw the ball for some more yards, but I don't know that it matters one way or the other if we win or lose the game. I mean, you go for 300 yards and lose, which I've done before, and it didn't feel very good. So.
We're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there. Who did Minnesota play this last weekend? Ohio University. Team FYN Sports here. Team FYN Sports is always dedicated to promoting and highlighting these young athletes in a positive way. Last year was our first year doing the shows, and we just had a great time, and it was just a real joy to have this young man on the couch with us last year on this show a couple times, Shannon Brooks. We're going to go to break, and you're going to be watching his highlight 40-yard touchdown run.
Yes, sir.
We got his 40-yard touchdown run for his first or second college career.
That was the first one.
That was a test for you. RJ got everything right. So this is Shannon Brooks, your Pickens Dragon, up at Minnesota Gophers against Ohio University. Go ahead, and then we're going to take our break, and we'll be back with the coaches and players here. Pickens Power Half-Hour Dragon Talk. You good, Lonnie?
40. Brooks sidesteps a couple of Bobcats, running toward the end zone. Shannon Brooks to the house. It's a touchdown. Golden Gophers, 40 yards, Brooks.
I think the Gophers might have found themselves a new running back. What do you think, Tom?
I would agree with that.
Just doing what he's been doing so far this game. Every time he gets the ball, he's downhill, putting his head down, running, and that's the spark they needed on this offense.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you. I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
LJ Tire Company since 1955. With a huge range of tires at the lowest price and fast, hassle-free service, LJ Tire is all you need every time. LJ Tire carries only the top brands in the industry: Cooper, Michelin, Mickey Thompson, Pirelli, and Yokohama. Stop in and let AES certified mechanics change your oil today. Life doesn't slow down for car maintenance, and LJ Tire won't either. If your car is tired of its tires, go to LJ Tire.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
New Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Let it ride during the Lucky 7 sales event at Lifetime Kia. Come try your luck in the Money Machine. Yes, come take a test drive and you get a chance to grab for cash in the Money Machine. Plus, shop big-time savings on every vehicle in stock. And remember, Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Lifetime Kia will extend that warranty for as long as you own it. Come try your luck in the Money Machine and experience the savings at Lifetime Kia.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Only one thing beats a day's price on a new Chevy. It's our pre-owned price. Now at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. Save thousands off original MSRP on the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the North Georgia mountains. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even luxury vehicles. Many with factory warranty. And all thousands below new car prices. We can even help rebuild your credit. Save thousands today at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. The North Georgia mountains big volume, low price leader.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, and we're back. You're watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're here at Days Chevrolet. You got to come down and check out this Corvette. I can't say enough about it. You got to come see it for yourself. We all talk about it during the break. Anyhow, we want to thank Days Chevrolet for providing this set for us to bring this show. Also, we want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing pizza for the players and the coaches. Also, Pepsi for providing drinks. I'm here with my co-host, R.J. Casey, head coach of the Dragons, Chris Parker. We're joined in this segment by inside linebacker coach Ben Sparks. And again, Team FYN Sports, I'm BKP. We're going to go right to you, Coach Sparks, because inside linebackers, you promised me during the break you were going to get these guys to talk. So I don't know if I've got a question other than get these guys to talk. Talk about this group you're working with, because if you just joined us before the break, we have with us tonight, we're excited to have Kyle West and Dylan Eilers. Kyle had 16 tackles, 12 solo, 4 assists. And Dylan had 18 tackles, 6 solos, 12 assists. Again, the Dragons are 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in 7 Quad A region this past week. Coach, talk about your inside linebackers, the kind of work, and your defense. I'm glad to have you here with us. Your defense is averaging 14.5 points a game. Talk about your defense a little bit and these guys here.
You know, we each week is a new task. You know, Coach, I heard him say this, and being a young coach, I try to, you know, take all this stuff and use it to my knowledge. But the next game is the most important game that we play. So, done with last week, and we're on to Northwest now. So we're trying to get their scout film, and we're trying to, you know, get what they're doing and see what kind of scheme they're running and get these guys in the best position to make plays. And that's what we work from Monday to Thursday before we get on the bus to go Friday before the game. So we try to do our job to help put them in a good position to make plays. And, you know, they're hard workers. Monday through Thursday, they're working their tails off. And, you know, that's the same thing with our whole defense.
Hey guys, you're going to Northwest Whitfield. You're going on the road again this week, 2 weeks in a row. What are you guys seeing on film about their offense? Exactly as like coaches say, Friday night's done, it's in the books. Okay, you don't see that defense again. You're looking at offense again. You're looking at a new offense. What are you guys looking at this week that you're already practicing for, or how are they set up over there that you've got a structure for this week? And you got something you want to talk about that a little later. What are you guys seeing with Northwest this week?
Well, we're being introduced to the shotgun this week. Most teams we played been under center, and except for, I don't know if Arizona was or not, I don't remember. But, okay, maybe they were. But this team's more passing than they are run. We hope they run, because we'll get there first. But they do pass a lot, so, you know, we're just less linemen to get through, and just, I don't know.
You're going to see more of a passing team this week, and you're having to adjust for that. RJ, you have any questions or you got any comments about Northwest you want to pose to Coach or any of the players?
Well, for Coach Sparks and the players, how do you prepare differently, knowing that Northwest is a different offense than you may have seen earlier in the season, coming from maybe some more wing tee type, triple option type offenses, and now in the shotgun? How do you prepare for that?
Well, since they're not going to talk off, you know, you kind of flip gears as a coach, and I'm learning this because I'm still young, but all these guys have been doing it for years and years, so we just kind of flip gears and we, you know, attack at full speed on Monday. You know, it starts for us on Sundays. You know, we meet, and right after it, we're, you know, ready to go on Mondays. But for these guys, they, you know, like I said, they just come in and work. They do what they're asked to do, and just good, hard-working kids.
Coach, 7 Quad A, good region, good football teams. You really don't go Friday night and see a bad football team in this region. It's very competitive, and I think you'll agree with that. Northwest Whitfield, I've watched them for the last couple of years. They're coming off 24-0 against Lafayette. Their defense shut them down. They put some points on the board. What are you seeing with Northwest Whitfield, like they're talking about with their offense, that you have to adjust for that you may not have seen yet?
Yeah, their defense is pretty good, and the offense can be really good for them. But they had a quarterback that was hurt for a couple games. Now he's back, and they're definitely a more dynamic offense with him in. They had to take a boy that was probably their best receiver and move him to quarterback. And so when they did all that, they lost a receiver and lost a quarterback. So, you know, we'll see they'll have everybody ready to go against us, which is fine. But it makes them a very good football team. I think they're 3-0 when this team plays. And, so it's going to be a challenge. But defensively, I think they're probably one of the best defenses we play. You got to turn your phone off.
Yeah, I know. I just, you don't have to call me out in front of everybody.
The host. No, we just have to do our job. I mean, the answer and it's a great question, what you guys are asking them, which is, you go from this style to this style, and it is a little different, but football's football. The guys in the offensive line are going to block, they're going to reach, they're going to block down, they're going to pass pro, and you got to get after them. There's just going to be a different number of percentage of plays called pass to run, which is kind of what we're talking about in our last segment. So Northwest's going to throw the ball more than the team we play, and defensively, they've always given us some problems. I always thought their teams and, Coach Tanger's teams at Gilmer and then last week at Ridgeland always had some of the better plans for us and always were prepared. The guy there, Josh Robinson, the head coach, another friend of mine, but does a really good job coaching defense, and he does most of the defense. And so, it's always a challenge going against them because they're really well coached on defense. And their offense is just so dynamic where they can get a big play. And you play 60 plays of football Friday, they win 4 of them, we win 56, they still might have 28 points, because the 4 they won all went for touchdowns, and so they've got some good players out there on offense, so it's going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited that the guys, we put ourselves in a position to have a chance to, win another game, and then, we got most everybody healthy, so we should be, no excuses. We should be out there getting done on Friday. Who
has your defense seen this year that resembles them any at all with the air game? Because they put 24 on the board. You say they're going to go to the air. Last week, obviously, you're switching gears from one side totally to another.
Right.
Everything's on the ground last week.
Right. Now that's different.
Your defense is not spread out as much, and you guys are 11 hats on the ball. And this week, you got a guy going to the air on you.
We played East Hall a couple weeks ago.
Right.
They're very similar, probably offensively. Like their run to pass ratio and some of the plays, very similar. Different type of players and different types of coaches and all that. But I mean, the scheme at East Hall and Northwest very similar. But I mean, for us, it's just about we have played Northwest Whitfield, 4 or 5 times in the last 4 years. I mean, we know these guys, they know us, so no big secrets there. The challenge will be actually, putting ourselves in a position to have 2 region wins over 2 teams who I would consider to be, 2 of the better teams. Like I said, I mean, really, honestly, in our region right now, Cartersville is really good.
Yes.
And the other teams all seem to be kind of like, jumbled in there in some capacity. And so, hopefully we can come out of that group as one of the teams that can, stand there with Cartersville. But, right now, we don't know. Play one game. Northwest will definitely be one of the teams in the mix for the playoffs.
In 7 Quad A, you don't show up on Friday night anywhere taking anything for granted because every team can play ball.
That's right.
It's a pretty solid region. Guys, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. Talk a little bit about your guys, the unity in your defense. You have 9 returning starters, right? 9 guys out there are returning starters. You guys have a unity about yourselves. What's the attitude with you guys? I mean, when you guys get alone, coaches aren't around, what do you guys talk about as far as the unity between you guys?
We just hang out.
Talk about how great coaches you have.
Yeah. Okay. We talk about how Coach Parker's great.
Yeah.
Okay. When do you find out? Okay. All right. When do you find out your stats, your tackles? Because I hear guys say the first thing they do on Monday morning is hit the door to find out their tackles. When do you find out your stats after a game?
Honestly,
did you just find out?
This week's the first week I found out my stats.
We don't worry about stuff like that. No, we really don't. And I'm proud of these boys for this because we don't worry about stuff like that. We worry about what matters. We don't control the schedule. We don't control if we go on the road 2 or 3 weeks in a row. We don't control if we play Gilmer on this week or that week, or Cartersville on this week or that week. We don't control any of that. We just do our job. These 2 boys made a lot of tackles Friday because other people did their job.
Yeah, we don't want.
And,
yes, absolutely.
And I'm proud of them. And some weeks, like Kyle, I think had 2 tackles a week before because they just didn't run his way. And so it's very important that, and I'm proud of this, and Coach Wharton does a good job with strength program. We know Coach Park's doing his job here, that everybody just do their part and worry about the stuff they can control. And it's so hard to do that. It's very hard.
Guys, that's why I brought up the unity of bringing back 9 guys and 11 guys on the field, because it's showing up, and that's why I wanted to discuss the unity. And you know what, Coach, you got it right there exactly. You don't worry about that. You show up on Friday night, do your job, and
we got a good group of boys. I'm proud of them.
We need to congratulate Mr. West over there for being the Player of the Week this week.
Player of the Week, Team FYN Sports Superstar Swag Player of the Week. Look, guys, we out of time. Lonnie says we're out of time, and I can keep going. But I want to know something before we're out of time, because maybe somebody out there doesn't know how scheduling is done. You guys have 3 road games in a row. Is that how is that set up at the beginning of the year? Just a draw? What happens on the schedule? Because some people might not know how you get 3 road games right back to back, opening up a region like this.
Well, the schedule goes for 2 years. So last year we had 3 home games in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody gets cheated on that. You don't play the same number of home away. And then this year we play 4 games. We got 7 region games, 4 of them on the road, 3 at home.
And it just automatically flips.
Well, yeah, it just flips. So it has a lot to do with the home and away. Has more to do with us determining how our non-region games are played. Like for us to play White County, how we had to play White County. Long story, I'll make it short. But we tried to play White County in our first game. So we needed to play. They had to have an away game this year and a home game last year. So we had to have this. So sometimes you got to mix and match your home and away to make sure that it matches the other one. So me and Coach Robinson can just decide for Northwest game anyway, which one will be at home first year, second year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So, but over 2 years, you're going to do it the same.
So every 2 years, you're going to take 3 in a row on the road.
Just this one time. We may not do that next year.
Right.
It just means, but it is over for 2. So last year we were 3 at home in a row, and we lost one of them. It didn't seem to help us a bit. And this year we go on the road. Hopefully we win all 3 of them. And I think it maybe in college football and NFL maybe a little more of an advantage or disadvantage. In high school ball, we're out there playing, just playing between the lines. It doesn't matter where you're playing. We're ready to go. We'll play Northwest on the practice field in Jasper.
I got it, Coach. You'll play wherever they show up, right? You name it, you'll be there, right?
We'll be ready.
Coach, I gotta tell you, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, Coach Parker, Coach Sparks, both of you guys here. Thanks. Good luck. We wish you well Friday night over at Northwest Whitfield. Okay, RJ will be over there on the sidelines, be getting all the stats, getting all the pictures, writing up those great stories. So we wish you well over there Friday night. I'm your host, BKP. You've been watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We've been over here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. We want to again thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing pizza for the coaches and the players. Also Pepsi for providing drinks. I've been here with my co-host RJ Casey. And again, we want to thank Kyle West and Dylan Eilers for being here tonight. Pickens Dragons are traveling over to Northwest Whitfield Friday night. Go over there, join them. Okay, join them over there Friday night. Cheer on your team. And don't forget, Team FYN Sports, always promoting and highlighting young athletes in a positive way. Don't miss Good Morning from the Office on Monday mornings at 8 o'clock, where we do our segment Monday Morning Quarterback. I'm out of here, BKP, and we'll see you later.